Hey y'all, it's Fest 5.0. I surprisingly don't have much to bring back as far as exciting quality of life or new systems go. Not from the actual Streamfest at least. Maybe they were too busy preparing the PC launch. Or maybe somebody was too busy putting the final touches on making K absolutely adorable. That said, there is one big excitement which wasn't in the patch notes. It's a big thing personally for something that is relatively small. Okay, let's start with something exciting. Slightly exciting. There's a gacha system change. Sometime in the recent past, we got the ability to do single ticket 10 pulls, but that was only available once you reach 10 tickets. Did that annoy you? Well, no longer, my friend. Whether you have 9 tickets or 1 ticket and a dream, there's a 10 pull for you, provided you can pay the pyro price. For each ticket less than 10, you can use 120 pyroxene to fill in the difference. For example, if you had 9 tickets and you wanted to do a 10 pull, you can tack on 120 pyroxene. With only 1 ticket, you can put in an extra 1080 pyros, and the Merciful Arona will allow you the honor of 9 blues and a yellow. That yellow is exactly why it matters though. 10 pulls get you the guarantee of the 10th pull being at least a yellow, which means more Ligma on average. If you're the impatient type, this lets you use your single tickets to full effect sooner. If you're the patient type who always diligently saved up to 10 tickets anyways, maybe not too much has changed. But it's quality of life in any case and not too shabby. Next up, it's the quality of life highlight of the patch. Get excited. You know that timer that happens after a PvP battle? You do play and love PvP, right, Sensei? Well, that cooldown. You usually have to wait on that window and then press a few more buttons to get to your next battle. Well, it's not on the patch notes, so I couldn't grab a screen before the patch. But lo and behold, you can queue up the next battle and forget now. Fantastic. Totally sincere. I love it. Because I love PvP. That part's sarcastic. I am 99% of the time 5-tapping and getting out. Sub 100 still? Good enough. Maybe even abandoning tickets when I'm feeling extra can't be bothered. I've got one less excuse to not let tickets rot now though. So how do you do that? Well, you check this box while you're waiting, and then when 30 seconds is up, it'll automatically start the battle for you. No more having to manually monitor the timer and then press buttons. It makes it a lot easier to multitask when burning tickets. Anything to reduce the amount of attention required to get through the daily PvP ordeal is greatly appreciated. Another little thing that's not exactly a new feature, but it's something technically new on the interface, so we'll give it about 30 seconds. It's the daily work report, and it's pay to play. 2,000 yen. Basically, you pay for the privilege to click another daily. The most unique thing about it is the inclusion of archive tickets, which isn't really groundbreaking. It is, however, my due diligence to tell you guys that it does exist. It doesn't make sense from a pure pyro perspective, but it matches with my spend profile, so I bought it. I'm in the business of hoarding archive tickets till the end of time since they don't expire. One day, I'm hoping that they'll add all the important supports who have buff duration extension or important UE40 HP to the archive pool. It's definitely not because the icon on the main screen gives me FOMO. And that's all for the new in-game stuff. Like I said, there isn't really that much this time for in-game. If you care to hear about the out-of-game stuff, you're welcome to stay for the rest. Since we were talking about whaling though, that'll take us to our next corner. There's a new spot to whale for Japan. A lot of games are trying to avoid the Apple and Google tax these days, so they pull up to you all sly and tell you, "Hey kid, you want some pyros?" And I say, yeah, of course, where to? So they take you to their web store. All the wares are the same as in-game, all the same stuff, but 5% off. I can't speak much to the Android ecosystem, but it's a reasonably good rate for Apple. There are microtransaction campaigns throughout the year. The really high ones can go up to 20%, but those are rare, and they usually have pretty specific conditions. Average decent campaigns anchor at around 5%, so buying from here seems like reasonably good value, as far as I know. And finally, the most important news for some people. Japan got a PC version for Blue Archive. You global folks must be so jealous. If only you guys didn't get it first. Well, let a third world region have some excitement, will ya? I don't personally have a PC, so I can't actually show you anything about it. The difference from global is that Japan doesn't go through Steam for theirs. Japan downloads it directly from the Blue Archive site. I'm told it resembles the launcher for Stellasora, another Yostar game. Well, that's all for now. See you later.